Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm rhicky28. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today, I wanted to give a tutorial on how to flip cards in order to make more stubs. I've been getting a lot of these questions on stream where people are just kind of confused about what to do. It's not a complicated process, but it can be kind of confusing if you're new to flipping, to making stubs, to MLB The Show. So I'm just gonna go over a couple of simple, easy concepts, and it's just a way that you can make some extra stubs throughout your day. Instead of playing the game, instead of grinding, you could just sit there and work the marketplace. And I know a lot of people love to do it because they love seeing that stub count rise. They want to get the collection done. They want to go out and buy whatever new cards they want. And in order to do that, you're gonna need a lot of stubs, and this is a perfect way for you to make a whole bunch of stubs just in your free time while you're just sitting around. You don't have enough time to play the game. However, you do have a couple spare minutes to make some extra stubs. The basic concept of flipping is that you're gonna try to buy a card at this sell now price, and then you're gonna turn around and sell it for the buy now price. You're literally grabbing a card really quickly and flipping it for a profit. But not all cards are profitable, despite the fact that they look like they have good margins, because MLB The Show 22 takes a 10% tax when you sell the card. So you have to keep that in mind, and you really want to be aware of the math of flipping, because if you're not aware of it, you could easily lose stubs if you're flipping the wrong cards. For example, an extreme example, nobody in their right mind is flipping Mike Trout's, but Mike Trout is going for 402,000 on the buy now. So if you take 10% out of that, that's just about 40,000 stubs. In reality, you're making 360,000 stubs on it when you sell it. However, you have to buy it for 387,500. So you're actually losing 20,000 stubs on that card. So just be aware of what your end price is going to be. Now, when you go to sell a card, the game actually tells you exactly how much profit you're actually going to make. So let's just say I'm selling it for 5,888 stubs. We actually receive $52.99. So the game will tell you what the 10% tax is. It'll calculate it in there, but when you're flipping, you're not really going through this. So in general, it might be a good idea to use a calculator and just times the buy now price by 0.9, and you'll get to how much money you're actually going to make on a card. Flipping was kind of unprofitable in the beginning of the game. The margins were really tight. Things weren't going so well if you were trying to flip. However, now things are starting to work out a little more. The market is beginning to kind of expand its margins, so there are flipping opportunities. However, your goal shouldn't really be to flip for the highest profit necessarily. The smartest way to go about flipping is actually to just flip in volume. So you want to just take a bunch of cards that have a decent size profit, that move quicker than every other card, and you want to just do it over and over and over again. And the more volume you sell, the more profit we're actually going to make in return. So I'll show you a quick concept. I love flipping face of the franchise cards now. They have pretty solid margins at this point since they added them to the chase pack too. I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna put an order in for 15,502 stubs. That's 2 more than the highest bid. Then we're gonna go down here, we're gonna go ahead and buy an Alek Manoah for 99.85. Throw that in there. We're gonna go ahead, Cedric Mullins, etc. So that's the general concept. And as you're going about buying cards, you're gonna eventually get cards to come through. And as the cards come through, you're gonna list them on the market. One of the key concepts for flipping is gonna be to kind of know your market. You wanna know what the market is like and what's going on. In terms of the prices, you'll get really familiar, you'll get really used to how much each card costs as you go through it. Now, let's say you don't have enough stubs to flip Face of the Franchise cards. Is that okay? Yeah, of course. Another great category to flip is gonna be live series golds, or some people like to do silvers and bronzes if they don't have a lot of stubs. You can really just flip anywhere. You're just looking for the proper margins, the right margins. And if you look hard enough, you will find the right deals. Equipment is a very popular thing to flip as well. Don't just limit yourself to these types of cards. You don't just need player cards. You got equipment, you got stadiums, you got every single item in MLB The Show that can be sold on the market can be flipped. Now, let's say you really don't know where to start when you want to start flipping. Well, I have some good news for you. There is a site dedicated to showing you what are the best flipping opportunities at that exact moment in MLB The Show. And that's called Showzone.io. I'm gonna link the website in the description down below so that you guys can just go on there. It's completely free. There are some memberships that give you a little more benefits. So when you're a free member, you'll see the flipping updates every 10 minutes. And when you pay for the membership, you'll be able to see flipping margins within 1 minute. You gotta kind of weigh whether or not it's worth it for you. Last year, I used the site on the free version and I was completely fine. So just to show you, right now, Diamond sponsorship has the best profit. You could buy it for $33.48, sell it for $55.55, and you're making a 1,652 stub profit every time you make a sale. There's 3.62 sales per minute. So technically speaking, if you're fast enough, you can make almost 3,000 stubs a minute. That's why I say do it in volume, because if we're just sitting there buying certain cards and you know exactly what you want to do, what you want to buy, and you're just going over and flipping them, then it works better than trying to sell, say, an item that has a massive profit, but you only really are getting less than one sale a minute, because then you got to be on top of it. Then you're micromanaging. You don't really want to do that. You just want to do a whole bunch of work, throw it all in there, throw the mud at the wall and see what sticks, right? Like, that's the phrase. That's what we're trying to do here with the concept of flipping. The final thing that I'd like to show you guys on flipping is actually the app on the phone. I actually do most of my flipping right here on the app. It is the simplest, easiest concept. Here in the watch list, I've got some cards that I'd like to acquire, get ready for collections, but also I have some cards that I like to use for good flipping margins, like Rafael Devers and Aroldis Chapman. The beautiful part about the app is that it's completely connected to your actual video game. Some of those orders that we placed a few minutes ago have actually come through. So we bought one of the Jazz Chisholms and one of the Devin Williams. So we just come here, we go find Jazz or Devin Williams was one of our other cards. We go over here, we click sell, and we take a look at the prices. 12,580 is the price that we want to sell it for. Go right over here, 12,580, finalize the order, and boom, right there on our phone, we're sitting there flipping cards. Devin Williams just sold. I just got the alert right away. Boom, that was an extra 2,000 stubs or so that we put into our pocket while we're just hanging out. when I got a few minutes, you're waiting for your friends, you're waiting for your spouse, you're just doing your thing and you got nothing else to do. You can't quite get a full game in, but maybe you can make some stubs in MLB The Show and put yourself in a better position in the game. And that's the beautiful, beautiful part about this phone app. I love it so much. It's not just player cards. Again, it's equipment, it's everything. You can go through your inventory, you can sell off duplicates, anything to make stubs in any way that you can. See, they even have a duplicates option. Go right here, you filter, and it shows, it's gonna show all the cards that we have duplicates of, like this Jazz Chisholm that we just bought and we were supposed to flip. Easy peasy way to go and take a look and then go and flip the Jazz Chisholm card. So that's the simple, easy concept to how flipping works. Just keep in mind that 10% tax and you will be all good. Everything will be great. You just got to make sure you got good margins on cards and you could turn around, flip them, make stubs. Just even doing this a couple times a day nets me several thousand extra stubs that I wouldn't have had otherwise. I'm not spending a lot of time doing it, though you can, and you will make a lot more stubs that way. For me personally, I don't love going through it all day, every day, but you know what? 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It all kind of adds up, and that ends up adding to my stub bankroll and really gets us kickstarted in MLB and really can help you if you're building towards collections, if you're getting ready, if you're buying Legends and Flashbacks, because that collection is coming. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my Twitch stream. I'll have the link in the description below. We'll have the Showzone IO link in the description below. Add a comment down below. Let me know what kind of cards do you like flipping. Maybe there's some that I haven't thought about yet, because I could really use the help, because no matter what, I always need more stubs, right? I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.